And you guys were down, what, 21 with 35 seconds left. Your guys led by Donovan brought it back to within 2 there with like a little over 3 to go. Are you proud of, to not give up and try to come back, or how do you look at this game?
Yeah, I thought the guys, were down, looked like we were down and out, and we made a valiant effort, and then if we how it is, we expended so much energy trying to get back that we just didn't have enough in the tank to finish it. But I just want to give them a ton of credit. They took it to us. I think they dominated the match, kind of in every aspect. And there's just nights where you gotta tip your hat to the other team. They played great. We weren't so hot, and they clearly deserved that.
Craig was a part of that group there at the end to really help give you guys that that extra punch you needed. What'd you make of how he was able to?
He was awesome. I mean, he gave us that pop we needed, and I made a lot of smart plays. Good defensively, got some steals, putbacks. He was. We needed that. We need somebody. That was part of that. Comeback team was a big part of it. Was him. Obviously, Donovan making shots helps, but he was a big part of it.
I hate to bring it up again, but just with the offensive rebounds, I know it's been something that you've talked about these past few games. What's your take there?
It's just hard. You get a stop and they're getting 2-3 extra shots at the rim. It's just not sustainable. And between the offensive rebounds and the free throws, it just kills your defense, right? You have to finish your defense, and you have to finish with a rebound, or you can't foul them. Fouling's not finishing your defense, so we didn't do those things tonight. So be good to get home, get some rest. I know we got a excellent Clippers team coming in, so another challenge for us, another playoff type challenge.
How much do you think what the schedule has been this month is playing into how you guys are playing right now?
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to, it's hard for me. I don't like to lean on that. I mean, we had some of our best players rested, right? Like, so it's hard to use that as an excuse. Every team goes through this. We're not the only team. It's schedule's pretty much equal across, so I don't think we can use that as an excuse.
How much of the offensive rebounding stuff that's happening against you guys is something tactical, maybe related to the zone, versus could be a fatigue thing?
Good question, Dan. We'll have to look at it. I think there's some technique stuff. I think there's some, sometimes it comes down to hitting first. Like something, it's just physicality and aggressiveness. With rebound is not a ton of tactics involved. It's like at the end of the day, I think I've come to the conclusion it's like whoever gets to hit first, whoever hits first drives the other guy out, and you go get the rebound. So it's obviously we're lacking in that area right now. And I told the guys, I said, listen, what you don't want is to be down in a series 2-0, 2-0 because you're getting pounded on the board. There's other things where that can happen, but having that happen is kind of inexcusable. So it's definitely something we got to turn, we got to fix.
You've talked about wanting to gear up for the playoffs and get ready. Are you concerned that you're not playing your best basketball at this time?
No, we're definitely not. Not at this point, but there's still 9 games left. I do trust our body of work. I trust the guys. Obviously, we've had some guys in and out. So yeah, but we got there's 9 games. Like I said, plenty of time to get back to who we are, and I do think we need to get home and collect ourselves a little bit and sleep in our beds and get back on our routine and actually practice or have a shoot around, So I think that'll help too.
Kenny, the other area where you guys have struggled a little bit over the last stretch has been turnovers as well. You guys had 16 turnovers to their 15, but they were able to convert 25 points to just 6 for you guys in transition. How difficult is it for you guys to be able to come back into a situation where they're just getting out and running on you guys?
I mean, when you turn it over to the other team, it's probably, the worst possible outcome, right? Because that's that they get out in transition. They usually have an advantage, and you can't stop them. I felt like we turned it over and it was a layup drill. It's like, it's just, you're right. I think the turnovers are a big thing. I think their physicality caused a lot of it, their activity. But that's playoff basketball. And we've been excellent not turning it over all year. But we have been lately. So, therefore you lose a possession game, you lose a turnover game, and then you lose the rebounding game. And it's tough to win in this league. You got to shoot lights out if you're going to lose that battle.
And if you continue to talk about these different guys that have helped out around the margins this season, and they have, but when it comes to the playoffs and being able to see what you guys might look like against the Pistons, how does that not only make the decisions harder, but also what have you seen from the guys that has helped you lean on different players?
You know how it is. I kind of have a philosophy. I kind of stick with it. I like to see different combinations. Tonight I had in my mind, kind of wanted to play the bench, play a lot of guys back to back, coming off that tough trip. So I do think of the big picture. It's just what it is. It's I think in the long run it helps you. It'll help us. I know our group. I know who's going to play in the playoffs. Pretty much know the rotations, but at this point in the season, definitely wanted to turn the rotation around and get some guys some minutes and some looks.
Last thing for me, I mean, you guys also gave up 56 points in the paint.
Yeah.
When you talk about also having two premier rim protectors and still allowing that, what did you see that allowed them to get inside?
Well, if you say how many did they score in transition? So those count as rim, right? So before you even get your defense set, they're in your paint, right? Those count as paint points. So take that. Listen, give them credit. They just play with more force, and we were kind of on our heels, and that's, the game plan was take away the paint, limit turnovers, win the rebounding game, and. You give the kind of instructions, and you either do it or don't. We didn't. They imposed their will. They imposed their identity, and that's why you come out with the L. But again, I'm proud of our bench, proud of CP and that group. Ice, they came in and gave us a big boost. At least we had a chance at the end. Yeah.
Coach, when's the last time you guys? Because you just mentioned this had a real practice. And I'm trying to go through the schedule, and was it like Nashville? Like I don't remember like a real.
I think Nashville, but I remember we played football that day, so it was half football, half practice. So, but yeah, I think that was the last kind of real practice. But this is just the league, and it's you hope and I think our values and our principles are solidified, right? I do think we need to get our legs under us at this point, and like I said, get home from this trip, get a good night's sleep, and be ready for the Clippers on Sunday.
Anything else, John?
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.